Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this weekend.
Good evening and thank you for watching News 8 Now this weekend. I'm Brooklyn Hine. Madison police are searching for a woman who was convicted in the 2014 Slender Man stabbing case. Morgan Geyser was 12 years old when she and another girl stabbed and nearly killed a classmate, reportedly to please a fictional horror character called Slender Man. Both girls pleaded guilty but were sent to a state mental health facilities. Geyser, now 23 years old, was granted conditional release earlier this year. Investigators say she cut off her monitoring bracelet and left a group home in Madison Saturday night. Here in La Crosse, holiday magic is in the air at the Fox Hollow Event Center for the Mistletoe Market. More than 50 local vendors filled the space with everything from handmade candles and baked treats to skincare and unique woodworking. Families enjoyed on-site food, signature holiday cocktails, and a joyful atmosphere while supporting local businesses and finding special gifts for everyone on their list.
This time of year, more than ever, it is important to support local makers because you're really putting all of that back into the community, which is the only way we can keep them around.
The market on the Mississippi hosts 3 markets throughout the year, including the annual Mistletoe Market. One of the region's longest running holiday traditions returned to the La Crosse Center this weekend. News 8 Now's JDS McGee shows us what's new at this year's holiday fair.
Shoppers, families, and vendors packed the La Crosse Center today for the 61st Annual Holiday Fair and more. The event now fills both the South Hall and arena, featuring hundreds of booths with crafts, gifts, and seasonal treats. Organizers say the fair continues to grow each year as more families make it part of their holiday tradition.
We see a lot of people from the community that we know. It's a great community event, getting a chance for everybody to come together to get into this holiday spirit.
Many vendors say this weekend is one of their biggest opportunities to reach customers before the holidays. Staff say the strong turnout this year helped to cap off the event's 61st year, and they're already looking forward to next year. Live in the news.
All right, thank you, JDS. Today, history and holiday cheer came alive at the Hickson House. Visitors could experience a unique tour that transported them to the festive 1947 holiday party held by post-war dorm girls. Guests walked through the decorated house following the stories of the young women who lived there after World War II, all portrayed by actors.
You know, we all come from someplace else, and this is the history that exists. Plus this house, 95% of the furnishings and artwork in this house are original to Ellen and Gideon Hickson.
The next set of holiday tours at the Hickson House will be December 5th through the 7th. Gamers of all types took over Winona today for WinonaCon, the region's premier tabletop and sci-fi festival. From board games to live-action adventure, people of all ages and experience levels came for a wide range of activities. Organizers say it is a great way to connect and learn from other gamers.
It becomes a whole different dynamic when you play with other people. Because you get to see how other people play the game. You get to see a lot of different types of games that you might not know. You can go to a game store and say, oh, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool. But until you buy it and bring it home, you can't play it.
The event held special tournaments, seminars, and family-friendly activities, bringing together game enthusiasts and curious beginners alike.
We saw another nice day to finish the weekend out today. Sunny skies and slightly above average temperatures, a little bit warmer than we even were yesterday. Most of the area climbing into the mid-50s, so a very unseasonably warm day, but definitely no complaints across the area as most of us climbed into the mid-50s for your high. Now with the sun setting, temperatures falling down into the 40s. La Crosse sitting at 46 right now under mostly clear skies, and Eau Claire sitting around 47 under mostly clear skies, although we could see some more cloud coverage moving in tonight. That keeps us a little bit warmer through the morning hours. With that cloud coverage, fog is also possible, mainly for areas further to the south, and then we'll likely have some light rain moving in a little bit later in the day tomorrow, with the possibility of that transitioning to snow as we go into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. So a little bit of a wet stretch of weather coming up. I'll have all the details in a little bit.
Sounds good. Thank you, Nicole. Secretary of State Marco Rubio is meeting with European and Ukrainian officials to hammer out a possible peace deal to end the war between Russia and Ukraine. CBS News' Willie James Inman has the details.
President Trump issued a message on social media Sunday taking aim at Ukraine, days after the U.S. proposed a peace plan to end Russia's war with Ukraine. On Truth Social, the president wrote, "I inherited a war that should have never happened. Ukraine leadership has expressed zero gratitude for our efforts." U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio was in Switzerland for talks with Ukrainian and European leaders regarding a possible peace deal.
I think this is a very, very meaningful, I would say probably best meeting and day we've had so far in this entire process, going back to when we first came into office in January.
The U.S. 28-point proposal would end the war, but force Ukraine to give up a fifth of its territory, some under Russian occupation. Ukraine would also have to shrink its military about a third and be barred from joining NATO.
This plan is not about the justice and the truth of this war and the aggression.
Several U.S. lawmakers have expressed concern about the proposal as well.
It is a horrible deal for Ukraine, for our allies, and even for our own national security. If Putin gets the chance with that deal to, rearm, rebuild his economy, and gained territory, by the way, that's what he wanted. Well, then the Baltics, Poland, Romania, all those other countries down the line are at threat.
President Trump is pushing Ukraine and Russia to commit to a peace deal by Thanksgiving Day. In a statement today, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky thanked President Trump and European partners. Willie James Inman, CBS News, Washington.
U.S. and Ukrainian officials are discussing the potential of bringing President Zelensky to the U.S. this week to reach an agreement by Thanksgiving. U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security Kristi Noem visited Minneapolis-St. Paul International today. Noem presented TSA workers who worked through the historic government shutdown with $10,000 checks. She also announced investments in new technology, equipment, and resources. Well, the Packers were trying to stop a two-game losing skid at home today against their rivals, the Minnesota Vikings. News 8 Now sports director Jacob Lenzendorf joins us with more from today's game.
Yeah, Brooklyn, the Vikings have had the Packers' number at Lambeau Field as of late, winning the last two meetings in Titletown, but it was a different story today. First possession for the green and gold. They find the painted area. No Josh Jacobs. No problem. Emmanuel Wilson scores to put Green Bay out in front. Then in the third quarter, Wilson again. He had a career-high 107 yards on the ground. The story of the day was the Packer defense as they hold Minnesota to just 4 yards in the entire second half. And the Packers going to win 23-6. Just a dominant showing for Green Bay as they begin a grueling back half of their schedule. I'll have more highlights since the post-game reaction later in sports. Brooklyn, back over to you.
Thank you, Jacob. Scammers are getting smarter and artificial intelligence is helping them do it. Experts say criminals are now using AI to clone voices, create entire fake businesses, and craft convincing emails. Statistics show 1 in 10 adults globally has already fallen victim to an AI voice scam.
More sinister ones are where they're actually pretending to be somebody that you know. And so somehow they get a name of a loved one or an address and contact people to say they need money, they're in jail, they need a loan.
Tomorrow at 6, News 8's Alexandra Carter shows you how scammers are stealing your voice from social media and what you can do to protect yourself. Still to come, record numbers of shoppers are expected to turn out for Thanksgiving when most shoppers will be in stores after the break.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Excellence is not measured by potential. It's measured by performance. As a father, I teach this to my children. As coaches, we instill this in our players. And as a member of the community, I value it in Amplify Health. Performance is all that matters. Anyone can strive for excellence, but you don't want doctors who merely try. You want doctors who deliver. You want Amplify Health and nothing less.
One of the things I've said for years is we do things right and we do the right thing. From the very beginning, when we offered bathrooms, one of the biggest concerns for homeowners is just safety. Can you get in and out of the bathtub? If that's a problem for you, the Board Store has the products and the installers to make your bathroom safe as well as attractive and easy to care for. Call today for a prompt free estimate.
River City Grill in Winona is your place for great food and drinks every night of the week. Tuesday night is rib night. Get a half rack of barbecue ribs with baked beans, coleslaw, and cornbread for only $23.99, plus $1 off craft beer. See you soon at River City Grill in Winona.
You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
A record number of people are expected to spend the Thanksgiving weekend shopping. According to the National Retail Federation, nearly 187 million people will be shopping from Thanksgiving through Cyber Monday. That's an increase of 3 million from last year, which was the previous record. Black Friday and Cyber Monday are expected to be the top shopping days. Clothing and accessories, gift cards, and toys are at the top of the list. Plenty of moviegoers turned out for a return trip down the Yellow Brick Road. David Daniel has the early estimates for the top 5 films in theaters this weekend.
Sometimes the story we tell ourselves becomes the truth.
Rental Family, starring Brendan Fraser, started out in 5th place, taking in $3.3 million.
Have you ever wondered if this game is rigged? Guess we'll find out.
The Running Man scooted down to 4th place in its sophomore weekend, flying off with $5.8 million.
So this is your first hunt.
Predator Badlands made $6.3 million to stay in 3rd place.
2 generations of magicians brought together for a reason.
Now You See Me, Now You Don't lost the top spot, conjuring up $9.1 million to finish in 2nd place.
Here's the plan. I have no plan. Well, I do. Oh, thank God.
Wicked for Good zoomed off to a $150 million debut, the best opening ever for a Broadway adaptation and the 2nd biggest 3-day launch of the year behind a Minecraft movie. In Hollywood, I'm David Daniel.
And 2 recalls today. The federal government is recalling a type of playpen sold on Amazon. The play yards made in China were sold under the name Anna Queen. Investigators say infants can become trapped under the mattress or between the side of the play yard and the mattress. That could lead to serious injury or even suffocation. The company urges anyone who may own the play yard to stop using it. And Prime Food Processing is voluntarily recalling its lava bun with salted egg yolk and its lava bun with green tea flavor. The products contain milk and the packaging does not show milk in the allergen section. Officials say people with milk sensitivity could risk a severe or life-threatening reaction. The lava buns were sold to Asian grocery stores in more than 30 states between April and November. We'll have more news ahead, but first.
We have a little bit of a wet stretch of weather ahead of us, starting with some snow that could eventually, or starting with some rain that could eventually turn to some snow. I'll have all the details coming up right after the break.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Honey, we need to get the new shower before the holidays.
Yeah, we need to get the dishwasher too.
Wait, did you see this?
We gotta go.
Now's the time to tackle those big projects. It's your last chance. Menards 11% rebate ends Thanksgiving Day. Don't wait to renovate. Finish your projects with help from Menards before it's too late.
And we got an 11% rebate too.
Save big money at Menards.
Here's a dose of reality. Driving under the influence of prescription painkillers is just as illegal and just as deadly as driving drunk. In fact, there are nearly 2,000 drug-related crashes every year in Wisconsin. Help prevent drug driving, and let's achieve 0 preventable deaths on Wisconsin roadways. Driving on pills kills.
When we say we're stuffing you like a sausage, we mean it.
Mike and Kyle on the sunny side of 61, Sugarloaf Automotive.
We buy and sell thousands of vehicles every year.
We ship nationwide every week. We buy vehicles nationwide as well.
Here are a few examples of why we are the undisputed price leader.
Mach-E's from $30,000 off new MSRP, Lincoln's from $15,000 off new MSRP, or how about late model Mustang convertibles from $16,995.
Get to the sunny side of 61.
Sugarloaf Automotive in Winona.
Everyone deserves to be connected. Big cities, small towns, everywhere in between. And staying connected shouldn't break the bank. That's why T-Mobile and U.S. Cellular have joined forces. The best network just got bigger. And we're combining it with the local service you know and trust. Join now and save up to 20% versus Verizon.
Ready for a better career with excellent pay, benefits, and work-life balance? Chart Industries is hiring fabricators. Join the team that's shaping the future and providing awesome pay and excellent benefits. Apply today at jobs.chartindustries.com.
Well, as we head into the overnight period, some of us could see some areas of dense fog moving in that might make some effects on your morning commute to start the week off. The most likely chance is a lot of the fog stays into Iowa, but there is a small chance that we can see some of it stretching a little bit further north, mainly for folks along I-90 and southward. And as we can see, there is the possibility of that fog creating visibilities that dip less than about a mile. So definitely dense, but it should move out pretty quickly if it does move into the area. Already clear as we head into the late morning hours. So burning off, and then we'll have some increasing cloud coverage as we go throughout the day that will eventually turn into some showers by tomorrow afternoon. So here we are in the morning, actually somewhat warm to start the day off as we hit our low temperatures a little bit earlier in the overnight period. And then by the time that we wake up in the morning, temperatures already climbing into the low 40s. Even with the cloud coverage, we'll likely see high temperatures rising slightly above average. Once again, most of the area at least climbing close to about 50 degrees as we go into the afternoon, even with the showers moving in. Now for afternoon showers tomorrow, it's really looking like the highest chance is going to be for folks south of I-94, but we could get some straggling light areas of rain that get a little bit further to the north. As we head into the evening hours, the main band of rain, though, definitely looks to stay south of I-94. And then going into the overnight period, everybody sees a slight chance for some light rain, but we could see it lull off a little bit, at least in our portion of the area, until we get into the later morning for Tuesday. So some light rain on and off again throughout Monday afternoon into the overnight period. And then by Tuesday afternoon, we'll likely see some more moderate rain moving into the area, especially for folks along and east of the Mississippi River. That's where we're seeing a more widespread area of rainfall starting to develop by Tuesday afternoon. After that, though, you can already start to see signs of it further to the north. We have much colder air that's moving in behind the system that will likely be turning a lot of this rain into more of a snowfall. So we could still see a few scattered showers lingering as we go into Tuesday evening, but a lot of it really starting to move to our east at that point, and then we have to deal with the snow on the way. Definitely not a heavy snowfall, so to say, but still some flurries nonetheless, starting as we go into Tuesday night, and will likely last as we wake up Wednesday morning. Not as widespread by the morning hours, but still a couple flurries out there, and it will be quite windy during this period. So depending on where the snow still situates, we could possibly see some blowing snow, but again, the amounts are looking to be on the smaller side, so not a huge travel hazard, but still something to keep in mind as we head into Wednesday morning. As far as the rain amounts go, leading up to the snowfall, we'll actually get a healthy amount of rainfall across most of the area, seeing around a quarter to, if not a half an inch of rainfall. And then as for snow totals, most of the area along I-90 and northward, looking to see at least a trace to about an inch. The largest area of uncertainty is going to be for folks north of I-94, but even then on the highest end, maybe seeing about 2 to 3 inches, but that would really have to be doing it pretty nicely with the snow totals. A lot of the heaviest stuff looks to stay north of our area, but we do have another chance of snow coming up as we get into the holiday weekend that might make some effects on holiday travel, so definitely a good reason to stay updated on the forecast.
That's true. Everyone drive carefully out there.
Drive carefully, yeah.
For sure. All right, coming up next in sports, the Packers were looking to get back to their winning ways at Lambeau Field. Highlights from the game and thoughts from each coach. Jacob is in next with sports.
Clear Choice Window and Home Solutions, your choice for quality, affordable windows, installed by our experienced team. Contact us or stop into our showroom today for your free estimate.
Make your pup look and feel their best at Top Dog Treat in West Salem. Fresh, clean, and oh so soft. They'll strut out looking top dog. Book your grooming appointment today at booktopdog.com. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
The easiest way to furnish your cabin is at Black River Furniture Outlet. Bring the outdoors in with a handmade dining table set, crafted from the finest woods like hickory, walnut, maple, and barnwood. Shop cozy Amish rockers and upholstery, or Wisconsin-made easy sofas with customizable fabrics. Pair it all with a cabin rug, 5x8s, 8x10s, scatters, and runners available. And before you leave, visit the bed shed. Check out our rustic bedroom groups and bunk beds, as well as our Amish office furniture. Open 7 days a week, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
We know, like, if we help one person and if we impact their life and have such a positive influence on them when they're coming in here working on sometimes the hardest thing for themselves that they can do, and they can then help the next 3 to 5 people that they encounter, our reach goes more.
It's often regaining control. It's finding clarity. So working with people to break down their steps in taking the intentional action to move the needle forward towards whatever they want to accomplish.
Head over to unityfitnesspro.com today.
Are you shocked by letters like these that say your Medicare plan is no longer accepted at your provider or your Medicare plan is being canceled?
You started thinking, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? It was too confusing.
I think the fear is that you think you're older and who's going to take you? You know, what's out there, what's available. We came to Strive Medicare and everything was taken care of. Felt like we didn't have to worry about it.
Call Strive Medicare today. We're here to help every step of the way.
At Top Dog Retreat in West Salem, skip the mess and hassle at home. Our climate-controlled self-serve dog wash is open 24 hours to keep your dog clean, dry, and ready for their next adventure. Top Dog Retreat, a bark above the rest.
Covering all the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now Sports with Jacob Lansendorf.
Well, the last time the Packers lost 3 straight home games was way back in 2017 after Brett Hundley had to fill in for an Aaron Rodgers who was injured at the time. Green Bay looking to avoid 3 straight defeats at Lambeau Field today against the Vikings. After falling behind 3-0 early, Packers finding pay dirt. Emmanuel Wilson, who was filling in for Josh Jacobs, rumbles his way into the end zone to put the home team up 4 after a made PAT. Green Bay would be up 10-6 at the half, and out of the half, a big play here. Daniel Whelan on to punt. Miles Price lets it bounce but gets pushed into it for a fumble, and the Packers would recover. So that sets them up in prime position, and it's Wilson again deep in enemy territory with the score. He had a career day with 28 carries for 107 yards, and the Green Bay defense was phenomenal today. They had 5 sacks of J.J. McCarthy, including 2 courtesy of that guy, Micah Parsons, who was a force all game long. Then GB up 17 late in the 4th, looking to put it on ice, and McCarthy misses his target bad, and Evan Williams is there for the pick, the second for the Pack in the game. Impressive performance by Green Bay with some key pieces out. They pick up the 23-6 win over the Vikings.
I think once we got a lead and, you know, just as effective as our pass rush, I mean, this is the first time in a while where I thought our guys could kind of pin their ears back and just go. And so, I mean, it just goes to show you the importance of getting a lead where you put a team into some situations where they're, you know, feel like they have to throw the football.
There was just a bunch of little things like that. Our margin of error is clearly pretty razor thin right now. But what we can't do is lose the turnover battle 3-0, significantly lose the field position battle, and then have negative plays on offense that gives you really no chance against one of the better defenses in the league.
Meanwhile, a couple close calls for the other 2 teams in the NFC North. The Bears hold on for a win to maintain first place in the division with a 3-point victory over the Aaron Rodgers-less Steelers. And the Giants had a 10-point lead in the Lions in the 4th quarter, but Detroit got it to overtime and would go on to win by 7. So that sets up a big game in just 4 days on Thanksgiving between the Packers and Lions. And we'll have a lot more from the Packer win from our own Kate Overton, who was there later at 10. That'll do for sports. One final check on your weather after this.
Meeting you locally where you are online. Stay updated while you scroll. Follow us on Instagram at WKBT News 8.
Shop early at Home Furniture's pre-holiday sale. Everything is on sale. Get an extra 15% off floor models and 50% off Christmas decor. Plus, get a free folding wagon when you spend $6.99 and 3-year special financing during the pre-holiday sale at Home Furniture.
I'm standing here at the warehouse this morning where some 30 to 40 installers depart every morning. You've been thinking about new windows. I've been thinking about new windows for over 40 years. And my promise to you is that these fine installers that leave here every morning install the finest windows available in the market today, expert installation, always at a good value. If you're looking for new replacement windows, today would be a great day to reach out to the board store and set up a prompt free estimate.
Together, we're stronger.
Western works side by side with local employers to provide career-ready skills.
Together, we make a difference.
Western's 90-plus programs go hand in hand with today's job market.
Together, we're vital for our communities.
Our region's exceptional industries rely on Western grads. We're all in this together.
Together,
we are Western.
Jolivet Family Farms, known for farm fresh fruits and vegetables, but featuring so much more. For any special occasion, come in and check out our large selection of gift baskets. Gourmet popcorn, candy and caramel corn, honey and jam, pancakes and syrup, cheese and wine. Or create your own. Find unique gifts at Jolivet's with locally made arts and crafts. Shop local with locally made products and gifts. Jolivet Family Farms, West Salem.
Get Progressive Rug savings right now at all Homeworld rugs. The more you buy, the more you save on your total rug purchase of $199 or more. Get up to $500 off sale prices. Every style is on sale now at up to 50% off regular prices. The Progressive Rug Sale, now at Homeworld Rugs.
Okay, let's see. Headlines from News 8 Now? Check. Live updates all day? Check. Local breaking news? Yep. Weather every 10 minutes? Yes, please. Well, that was an easy choice. News 8 Plus. It puts the now in your day. Get it today.
Well, if you are yet to put your outdoor decorations up, now is definitely the time to do it. At least through about Tuesday, you'll be combating with some rain, but it's going to get much colder after that and quite windy on Wednesday, making for quite a chilly drop in temperatures, and they're going to stay cold for what looks to be the time being, with the chance for some snow to affect our holiday travel going into the weekend. So overall, definitely put the lights up now. Even if you don't like turning them on until after Thanksgiving, just keep them off. You definitely don't want to be outside putting them up when it's 25 degrees out.
Definitely was a good weekend to get it done.
Yes, definitely. Enjoy it while we have it.
For sure. All right, thank you for joining us. We'll see you right back here at 10.